All right, all right. We are live. How you doing,
Hi
Ariel?
Camilo, how are you? Very excited about today
Good, good.
first streaming live.
Yeah, man. Excited to watch this game. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. If you're here, my name is Camilo Tobasia. I am a player for Space United in Seattle, and this is Ariel. Ariel is a player in Space United Los Angeles and coach also. Yeah, so thank you for being here. We thought we wanted to watch this game, and we thought why not do it live and share a little moment with us, do a little bit of live commentary. Yeah, Ariel, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Ariel. I'm from Argentina. I used to be a basketball coach in Argentina and a player, and now I become a basketball and soccer coach. And 8 years ago, I just met Camilo, and with this crazy idea to just create our own team, soccer. And here we are after almost how many years?
6 years
years.
now.
Yeah, six
Yeah,
years. We have two teams, one in LA and the other one in Seattle, and we're working one in Florida. So we're super happy about that.
yeah.
Welcome to everybody, and sorry about all the lights and the mistake that we're going to do, but we're
It's our
going to
first
do
time trying. Yeah,
our best.
yeah. The game was supposed to start at 3:30, but I guess there was some delays, and it's saying that it may start in 5 minutes. Ariel, is that right?
Yeah, it's going
3:45.
to be exactly in 11 minutes.
Okay.
It's going to start in 11 minutes. So it looks like
Cool.
at 3:50 in Pacific Coast. I think we're going to start with the kickoff. Camilo, you want to start with the lineup for teams?
Yeah, let's do a quick lineup. And before that, saying hello to everybody on the chat. We got False Nine. What's up, guys? Tactical Manager 2. Hey, man, we miss you. You got to do a couple more of those uh, streams for the Premier League. So, yeah, thank you for being here. We can go through the lineup. Yeah, so LAFC's got Vermeer on goal. I think it's been he's been kind of steady on the last few games, especially after coming and replacing the previous goalie that was doing very good actually, but then he had a small injury. He's got a few little mistakes here and there, so I know like the LAFC crowd it's sometimes yeah or nay on this one. So maybe you can comment on the just tell us on the comments, what do you think about the starting goalie? Uh, Blackmon, Murillo, Segura, and Harvey on the back line. I think that's been pretty much the same back line in the last few games.
Yeah.
Um, same on the midfield. We got Cifuentes, Atuesta, and Blessing on the left. Actually, Blessing starting on the left there. So I think he had been on the bench the last couple games, coming in as a substitute. And then up front, Rossi right there, center attacker. Vela, seeing his game starting back after injury, he'd been coming on as a substitute the last two games, but we got him in coming as a starting lineup. So hopefully that's gonna give the LAFC a little bit of a bigger push. And then I think we got a new one, Torres on the right as a forward. I think hasn't been starting, but it will be good to see what he has to bring to the game, especially next week. We got FIFA weekend, and it seems like a bunch of LAFC players are getting the call, man. So that's a good thing, but also a bad thing because they're gonna be a little thinned out on terms of the players available, even for playoffs, right? So it's a tough time to lose these players to the World Cup qualifying. If I'm not mistaken, maybe you guys can comment. But I know both Rossi have been called out. Um, Rodriguez has been called out. Cifuentes has been called out. And I want to say there's one more. Let me see. Let's go through the maybe on the substitute lineup. Palacios was also called out for the Ecuadorian national team. So there's gonna be quite a few holes. We got Brian Rodriguez, number 17, Uruguayan, being called out. So yeah, it's gonna be a thinned out squad for the playoffs.
Carlos Vela, I saw an interview like 2 days ago. He's not in 100%, but he said that he's so enthusiastic and he wanna be in this game in this game. So of course they're not going to put in a risk his health, but he's going to take. I think that he's going to be between 80 and 90% of his entire performance. But the point that he wanna
Yeah,
be in this game is because today is a regular season game, but it looks like a playoff. Why? Because this team absolutely are going to be in the last part of the tournament. So we can see these guys in the semifinal easily. So it's a good matchup to just thinking what is going to be the same game right now in the playoff. And the other one is like if a couple of result today is going to happen, Portland can reach the first place in the top four. So this is very important. And also, LA Football Club can jump from the sixth to reach number four. That is a huge movement. Two position in one game. I think that is very important. This is why I think that Vela is going to be today in this game.
yeah, and I think one important thing. I think LAFC is now maybe off the line of playoffs where they can guarantee a spot in the home. So playing at the Bank of California. So certainly, like we lost a couple points from the LAFC squad there, especially home when they played San Jose Earthquakes and they lost that game at the last minute. Lost a couple points there, and now I don't think there is a chance to play that home advantage during playoffs. So that's going to play a big role. Let's go through a couple comments here. We got False Nine asking us, what do we think of Carlos Vela? And then where does he rank as MLS player? I think Carlos Vela actually, first of all, he had a great career in Spain. And he pretty much had a very successful career when he was at Spain. So coming to LAFC, there was a lot of there was a lot of responsibility that kind of laid on his shoulders, especially being the first one from the LAFC squad. And I think he delivered. He delivered in terms of being that MLS brand, right? And then last season coming up as the MLS All Star player and getting that Best Player trophy, right? The MVP award. I think that was huge. Definitely, I think he's definitely one of the greatest MLS players that has come, through the MLS ranks for sure. Yeah, I think he definitely there's big names out there from international players, but Carlos Vela, well, I would say in my opinion, is one of the ones up there, especially for what he's done in the team. So hopefully he can bring it back. What do you think, Ariel?
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. I mean, Carlos Vela is one of the top five players in the league. There is no way. Last season was the MVP, and they have the award. And also, I think that he's very. They make a good chemistry with the people from
Yeah,
LA.
yeah,
I think that he's doing an amazing match. We know that California, LA, Los Angeles have a lot of like a Mexican mix of culture,
influence.
Mexican and African American, and I think that Vela fit in that position. He
Yeah, you know what?
he live, he loves soccer. So I think that is besides their skills, that is an amazing player. Also, he fit perfectly in the community. He knows what is hustle a game, what is be in a community, and yeah, all this combo.
Yeah, like when he was in Spain, obviously playing Vela, right? Playing with big stars in international stars over in Europe, you get kind of overshadowed. So me personally, I'd seen Vela play, but you always get your attention to the Barcelonas, the Real Madrids, and then Champions League. So then maybe he didn't get that visibility. But then when he came to MLS, that was probably the first time that I sat down and watched him play the 90 minutes. And I was very surprised, man. I didn't know he had that left hook when he cuts it in, and then those curlers to the top 90 every time. I was very impressed. because I knew about Bella, but I didn't know all of it, of what he can actually bring to the team as a number 10, and being like the face of the team. So super surprised with what he brought. I
Yeah,
was there on game one on the opening at the Bank of California, so it was fun.
yeah. Basically, he has his new job is to become a superstar. To be honest, and he's carry the team, and everybody is expecting him to show up for score and to the critical minute. So basically, he's using this big heavy jacket of superstar, and the image of LA Football Club is Bella 100%. Something that Camilo said like a couple of minutes ago, that he didn't have that pressure when he played in Europe, because he wasn't the top three players, and now absolutely is number one. So he has this heavy jacket to become the hero or the captain or the hope. So this is a heavy, but I think that is a nice responsibility. So he's doing super
Yeah,
good.
I'm starting to see the guys warming up. They're coming in onto the field. If you guys are watching the game, it's on Fox Sport 1 right now. It's starting to get all the warm up. So players are coming in. They're a little bit running late, but I think they're coming in and showing the starting lineups. Another player that I really enjoyed watching, and again, I didn't know much about him because he was very young, is Eduardo Atuesta. I knew he played in Medellin in Colombia, but he's a young player. And then when you're in the mix in the Colombian tournament, and there's also the same thing overshadowing, especially more older, experienced players. But what Eduardo Atuesta has brought to this team has been incredible. Just so much experience on the way he touches and manages the game and the pace of the game, and super impressive. I actually met Atuesta, and got a chance to speak to him, and super cool dude, down to earth. He got a chance to come to SpaceX actually when I was working at SpaceX, and I got to show him some rockets, and then he was like in a good exchange. I could see his world at the MLS level at the Bank of California, and then he got a chance to see some rockets being built, and yeah, super fun experience. And he's really done an amazing job for Edward Trust, and I think the team knows it. So hoping to see some good stuff happening from Edward today.
Okay, it's kind of like in 5 seconds we're ready to start the game, the kickoff.
Yep, they're
Talking
taking the
about
knee, about to start.
yeah, we start right now. Yeah, we got it.
Where is Orlando in standings? False nine. In our own personal standings or in the actual MLS standings? I think they must be in the playoffs. Let me check. Game's kicked off, by the way,
Yeah,
and
LA
we're off.
Football Club is play at home, Portland away. Something about Portland that I have like a very I really like a player from Argentina that I know really well, because I was watching him when I used to live in Argentina, is Valeri. Valeri, besides to be a super good player, is a super smart guy, and he had been playing in the MLS for a long time, and he's a great kid also. So watch out for Valeri, because this guy is like the director of the orchestra, like in an opera, on the musician. He's just moving
Yep,
the entire team.
super experienced. So actually answering the question, Orlando is in the playoffs. They're fourth in the Eastern Conference. So I think we saw a lot of good stuff from them on the MLS is back tournament in the summer, and they really kind of hold up that status. I think they had a very good tournament, and they carried on their momentum through the season.
What do you guys thinking about see games with no people around? It's kind of sad, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit sad, man. Even for us, Space United having to take a break, and we're starting to get out there to play. And oh, sorry, I was distracted here by Bellis left. He was about to take that shot. Yeah, it's been a little sad, man. But we're starting to get out there and play. Actually, this morning our Space United Los Angeles team was practicing, and Seattle team was also practicing. So we had both teams up early, 9 in the morning practicing.
That's good.
We got Edward Atuesta on the ball doing pressure. I think those first 2 minutes, really, LAFC came forward and trying to put the pressure and dominating that game. But Portland's got some good players, man. Fast players. They're definitely they're not gonna make it easy.
Today is a little bit windy, and this weird because we don't have a lot of wind in LA, but today there is a lot of wind, and I can see in the game that is you can see the flag flying around, but yeah, it's a little bit windy. But the temperature is pretty LA, so they shouldn't complain, the players. But sometimes they say, well, there is some winds, but it's okay.
We got a question on the chat. It says, False 9, when will the league start for Space United? So right now, actually, Seattle was about to start last week, and then the league had to take another pause. So they paused the league, and I guess they call it the third spike, and it seems like cases were going up in the county. So they took another pause. They're going to wait the week, and then hopefully they see those kind of tapering back again, and then we'll get back to playing. And then it's going to be a little bit different because this next season, the Seattle squad is going to start on an 8v8 setup for the league. So it's not going to be the full 11-11. It's going to be 8v8. So it's going to be fun, but also very tiring because you got to do a lot more with 8 players. And I think for the Los Angeles squad, same thing. I think they've been practicing the last 4 weeks, but
yeah, and we receive a email from the league for our Manhattan Beach League, EBB, but that looks like we are going to start again. But unfortunately, it was like a false alarm, and like the same that happened in Seattle happened here. That is like another peak of a lot of cases and with this pandemic, and they just stand down again and put a pause in the practice in the actually tournament. So we're still waiting. It's almost 8 months. This is crazy.
Okay, we got LAFC coming on the left side with Perez. Oh no.
And yeah, Ruby Gomez, she is ahead of us. She's right. The first goal, Bella. Yeah, thank you, Ruby. You're ahead of us. Thank you so much. Yeah, we have a little bit delay sometimes, but yeah, we have the first
there
goal.
We go.
Bella, yeah. I mean, there was a big mistake from the people from Portland, and unfortunately, the just give
Good call, Ruby. Yeah, goal Bella. I'm gonna go to this comment, and then I'm gonna go back to tactical manager's question. I knew it. He's gonna bring it the end game. So we had Latif Blessing coming through the center, shot it, that got deflected by the goalie, and then on the follow through, Bella's always there, man, at the right spot. Every time. It was mistake from the defender on Portland, leaving that ball served for Latif Blessing to come in and do a hard shot to the bottom.
Let's ask let's ask for people what they think that is going to be the final score.
Yeah, and then we got Ruby. Somebody says Ruby Gomez is in the future. Yeah, thank you for bringing it. We would invite you to come live and maybe give us a couple of your pointers too, whenever you want. But let me go back to this very important question by tactical manager, who's asking, hey, should Space United hire the tactical manager as the coach? What do you think, Ariel?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a very contested spot, man. We're gonna have we're working our way to get a team, and we have big plans for Space United. We got 2 teams that we call our space roots, our grassroots soccer teams from space companies and space professionals in the area on LA and Seattle. But we got big plans for another Space United pro team, man. So very exciting things coming for that team. And hey, you never know, tactical manager. I know you come with a hefty um, price tag, but hey, maybe we can make it work. I heard great things about your tactics, and we would love to have you, but you're gonna have to move to Seattle, man. Are you willing to move to Seattle? That's a good question. You can tell us in the comments.
Wow, better than Pep. That's a
Better
huge
than
one.
Pep.
Yeah.
Oh, Edgar. This is Edgar Barron, right?
Uh-huh.
Is that Ruby? That's Edgar, right? Edgar Barron. That's
Oh,
gotta be
our
him.
goalie. Nice. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Edgar is going to be. I mean, we wanna give you a surprise to Edgar, but we wanna join Edgar Thursday with the quali from the South American quali. So maybe if Edgar is available Thursday, we can see Argentina with him, or Friday we can see Colombia. So Edgar, our first person that is going to join us next week. Hopefully he can do it uh, Thursday or Friday for the
Yeah,
first.
we're gonna be doing some watch parties for the World Cup qualifying. So maybe we can also have a tactical manager watch some of the Brazil games and everything. If you're down. All right, I'm here multitasking here. We got some friends also asking about the link for the our live, so trying to send also a couple messages here and there.
After the goal of LAFC, you can see that Portland is trying to get a little bit more compromise and get the control of the ball, but they're not accurate in 100%, so they're missing a lot of balls. But I can see that the goal hit Portland in a bad way, and they still a little bit sleepy start. And I can see the face of the coach that is a little bit angry because they need the ball, they need the possession to start to create something for Portland. And again, this is a big game for both teams because if Portland is available to get the 3 points today, they're going to try to reach the first seed. For Portland, for LA, sorry, is the same very important game because from position number 6 they can jump to position number 4.
I think also, I don't know. I guess you could tell, right, from our Space United family here, we lean towards on the LA side for LAFC. Um, we have good history of going to those games as season ticket holders. I have season tickets for section 219, so very close, maybe a little bit to the right to where we're actually watching this game. Super nice views, and we also ran into some of our players from Space United at the game. Fernando was one of them, but he was always at a 32-52, and Edgar too, running on some games. It's a big LAFC movement inside our ranks at Space United. We really enjoy watching those games live.
There is a in the chat that is asking, Emily is asking about the mistake of Portland. Yeah, you shouldn't never just as a defender just put the ball in the middle, because in the middle, if you lose the ball in the middle, this is what's happened. It's all the time as a defender you have to go to the right or you have to go to the left, but it's like is the one of the principal mistake that when you go in the middle and you lose the ball, you have that kind of problem. If you lose the ball to the right or the left, it's not a big deal. But if you lose the ball in the middle, you can be in trouble. And this was one of the example. You lose the ball in the middle, a person take a shot, and then the goalie couldn't take away. They just give the ball super close. Bella was in the place, and this is the difference of superstar. They know sometimes where they have to be, and Bella was in the right position. Okay,
Yeah, and
LA doing
if
so
you're a
good.
star player, you're gonna know where to stand, and you're gonna catch those balls 90% of the time. LA keeps pressuring. We got Rossi coming out to the. There we go. That's ooh.
That was
Hit the
close.
post.
Hit the pole.
Hit the
Oh,
post.
that was close.
Man, Rossi came through the center, kept cutting, kept cutting. Great shot down the left to the goalie's right, but hit the post. Came right out. That was a beautiful play, man. Beautiful. He kept faking, and then he had the goal up to himself, but shot it to the left, hit the post. That was close. Let's see what else we got on the comments here.
Oh, Edgar say yes. So it looks like we have our first person invitation. That is the goalie of our team.
Our
That
team.
yeah, he's one of our big guys. That he was support the team since we just started in 2014, and also Edgar was playing for us in the 11 against 11, and also he's playing for the futsal Five Guys tournament. Yeah, he's one of our uh, amazing
One of
supporters.
our, yeah.
So, and now he's going to be for the qualify from South America. So, our first guest in our second streaming. That's is going to be excited. And also, he's a huge fan of LA Football Club. So, uh, pretty much sure he's going to be with us in the LA Football Club teams games too.
I'm gonna bring this one over here so we can get to follow the play-by-play for the team. Okay, that one should be updating with our play-by-play so we can kind of follow it along. Very cool. What do you think? What do you think Portland? How are they doing so far? 15 minutes in, one down.
Well,
Definitely came from a mistake on their defender, and
I
then
mean, they can get the control of the ball. LA Football Club so far is doing everything, and the only thing that unfortunately Portland did was the mistake. That's all they did because they didn't get a control. They didn't get the movement, the ball. Wow! And now was another chance, and the goalie got the ball. But yeah, it's
I
like
keep watching, and then it just seems like he's coming back in, like he didn't miss any games with his injury. Man, it
yeah,
just dominated left footer. Oh man, putting crosses in, almost scored right there. Total domination. There's right there a close up of Bella's knee, and he's wearing a knee brace, but he's again like confidence coming back into the field after injury. I've had knee injuries and coming back after the knee injury. I think Ariel, you two, we're both two old guys who suffered
yeah.
some injuries, and then coming back is definitely not easy. And then I wear brace after that, and you're always a little bit hesitant to
Yeah,
go
and the
100%.
injury is not only just the actually part of your body, it's also part in your head. And I think that Bella scoring today early give you a lot of confidence in your brain. You know what I mean? It's not just
Yeah,
the actually body issue. So I think that this is a pretty good uh, star game for him. I'm super happy for him.
Yeah, he's very, very much all over the pitch right now, going from left to right. Right now, he's on the left side of the pitch. He started on the right. He's all over the place. Doing
Yeah,
very
and
good.
again, the Portland can get the ball, and the control, the possession is just amazing from LA. And now it's a foul of Vela against Vela. Sorry, so it's going to be a free kick. So we'll see if we can just get the second. But it's a pretty good, intense 17 first minute. It's like a LA need that. It's kind of like a more important LA need. They play at home, even if it's not with the fans in the crowd are missing. They're still play at home, and it's like a they need this 3 point to just jump from the sixth place to fourth place.
Okay, let me go through some of the comments here. Let's go to this one. False 9 says, Camilo, go full screen and show the Space United kit versus the YouTube kit. Oh, there you go. Let's do that. I want to see how they match up. All right, we're gonna do that. Hang on. I'm gonna go full screen here, so you guys can see. It's my jersey lineup. So today we got featuring LAFC as they're playing Portland today. This is their original jersey from season 1. So they've updated from then, but it's definitely the original jersey here. So very nice to have this one. On their left, we got the Space United home kit, which actually won the best kit in the United States for lower league soccer. So definitely, if you're looking at this one and if you want to get this one, check out our website because this is an award-winning kit, our home kit. And then here on my right, we got our second away jersey. We call the Dark Side of the Moon kit. Got some details there. Full TPU crest. We got the stars, the sleeves, and on the chest, and then rocket plume down the center for space exploration. This one's one of my favorites too. I actually played today with this one and feels super light and very, very good jersey to play soccer in. All right, I'm back here. One. All right, ooh. Got another comment. Thanks for the tip, Ariel. It seems that mistake is made even in the highest of the leagues. I think he's referring to the pass back, right? Definitely. I think you see that as when defenders pass to the middle. Ariel, I think your mic might be muted.
Yes, I was checking the microphone. Sorry. Give me a second.
We got Latif Blessing coming on the right. It's about to cross. Pretty dangerous play on LAFC. Vela on the left. Curler right to the center to the goalie. 20 minutes in. Yeah. I guess going back to the tip
okay.
About the
1, 2, 3. It's okay. My macro right now.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I like about what the comments say that even in the highest level, yeah, it's soccer. Even the biggest, highest performance make a mistake every single day. So we can see in lower league, middle league, and super high league, and this is one of the biggest mistake, and I think that it's something that the coach never want to see that, because this is very fundamental. It's principle, right? You are in the first line defense. You don't want to just put the ball race to the middle. Just take to the right, take to the left, or even just kick the ball in the middle of the stadium. Take it away of the stadium. Take it from the field. Just kick it.
Yeah.
Just take away.
Just clear it. Yeah. False9 also asked, how did you guys injure your knees?
Well,
You can start.
my injury is like if you go to see my board certificate, it's like I passed 40 years old, and this is how it is. When I just see my board certificate, it's just when you are 40, you just hit the heels, and now I'm going down and down and down. So everything is suffer. So this is how I just get. Yeah. In my case, Camilo is younger. He's okay, but in my case, I'm down in the heels, go down. So I have a lot of injury every day.
Yeah, for me, I mean, playing soccer is a contact sport, and I think there was one time where I came in with a defender playing indoor soccer actually, and that's the thing about indoor soccer playing in like what do they call this? It's like maybe I think it was a what do they call it? Like extracurricular leagues or something like that, where like maybe 80% of the players are great players, and then 20% are newer players getting started. And there was that one instance where I got into a 50-50 ball with a player who didn't have a lot of experience, and he just didn't never stopped. And when we came to the ball, he just took me out, and I twisted my knee that time. And so uh, from that moment on, I kept playing, but I knew something was kind of a little bit off, and then eventually realized and went to get checked up, and I had an ACL, torn ACL. So that was rough. But I fixed that maybe like 5 years ago, and it took me about a year to come back, and now it feels much better. Getting back. I mean, keeping up. I think now I have other issues. Is like trying to get back to play soccer more regularly with this lockdowns and whatnot.
Okay, 25 minutes, still in a pretty good shape. The position of the LAFC is very important. It's looking like Portland start to wake up from this sleepy early game, start to get some pass, some connection, some possession, but still LA Football Club still have more chances and more possession of the ball. So they're doing good. And with this win again, is jumping from position number 6 to number 4, the top 4. And I think that is very important because they're going to Edgar. He can help us with that, but I think that the first four top the first four top places in the standing, they're going to take a break for the first round of playoff. So this is very important. So basically, they're going to be in the second round of playoff. So this is why I think that this is the difference between both teams. They know LA. They want this happen. Just try to reach the playoff and also skip the first round because you never know. Sometimes number one beat number 8, and sometimes number 8 beat number 1. So you want at least avoid one game for sure. I take it.
Yeah,
I don't know if Camilo won that, but if I have the chance to just skip the first round of playoff, I take it.
yeah, especially right now where you see a lot of players with heavy playing schedules, getting like fatigued, right, and muscle problems and injuries. Small things that you can avoid when you spread out your games. You have professional players playing 2 games a week, and or a game every 3 days. That gets pretty tough on your body, and then you can get into small injuries that get you out for 2 weeks or so. So definitely those breaks are helpful. And then a quick update: we got LA Galaxy playing the Vancouver Whitecaps. Just the Vancouvers just went up 1-0. So we got the neighbors right in Carson Galaxy down 1-0 right now with the Vancouver Whitecaps. I think Edgar's gonna like that comment. All right, let's go through a couple more comments here. Or maybe before that too, I can quick update on the game. I think similar story. We got LAFC aggressive, staying on the ball. Portland's getting a little bit back on defense quicker. but it's starting to get a bit more physical, a bit more 50-50 balls that you come strong on those balls. And just now, Latif Blessing got the first yellow card for LAFC after a 50-50 ball, and he's arguing with the referee saying, it was a 50-50, but I think the temperature is starting to rise up, and I think Portland knows it because they got 27 minutes in, one down. Game's gonna get a lot more physical, and we got a lot more minutes to start watching this. But let's see. Let's go through the comments. The beer bug has you guys on lockdown, and for you, it's a lot of work. Things are getting crazy. I know, man. Certainly miss you, man. I know work schedule is busy. I'm getting quite busy too. I'm working right now on the manufacturing for Blue Origin's crew capsule, so it's getting pretty busy. And we're just hoping to maybe the leagues start back up pretty soon, then we can start getting more steady games. I think our league games are gonna start happening on Tuesday, so hopefully we'll get back to that point. We got Bella coming on the right. A bit short to Rossi. How is the space race going? Says Falsign. I think it's amazing, man. I think it's a space exploration is at the new frontier with lots of private companies coming to the race. I mean, you got your big players, SpaceX, Blue Origin, and then not so big players that are starting to get big, like Rocket Lab, which they're actually doing amazing stuff right now. And coming up, they're gonna be launching for their first time a vehicle and recovering the booster, which was something that I know Rocket Lab said they were not gonna do for their Electron rocket. But after I think their CEO mentioned that they're gonna attempt a recovery, and once they do, he's gonna eat his hat because he's going basically to be going back to what he said originally, where he said he was not going to recover vehicles. So it's pretty fun environment in the space family. I think it's all in good fun. But you got companies like Relativity Space also coming into the game with full 3D printed rockets. We got like 3 players on our LA squad over there doing amazing stuff with huge 3D printers and huge robots. So amazing stuff from like manufacturing technology perspective. And then you got other like smaller players starting to come in. Vector Aerospace or Vector also, which originally had filed for like bankruptcy or something like that. It's actually back on the game, new ownership, and they're starting to work some stuff mainly out of Arizona and LA. Yeah, I think space race is amazing. It's really kind of heating up, and then with the new plans with Artemis and missions to the moon, it's gonna be like really exciting stuff for space
And
exploration.
there is something that we should talk about politics and space, because I don't know, guys, if you are know who's the winner of what is Camila, which government won the election. That is a huge part of family of space. Is the guy from
Oh yeah, that's another thing that obviously
this is a
everybody's been.
huge, yeah, this is
Yeah,
something that you have to just watch very close, because this guy now is in the politic and he's a huge part of the space family, right? And it's the
yeah.
from, can you help me?
Yeah. So I mean, everybody's been watching the elections this past week, really tight races. But like aside from all that the big noise from that, the main presidential election, there was also a very important run in Arizona for the Senate seats, and Mark Kelly, NASA astronaut, who actually has a twin brother who was also a NASA astronaut, just won the seat in Arizona. So I think it's a really cool win for the space family and science, and overall to have like I think he's the 4th astronaut to be chosen for public office. So it's gonna be very exciting things to bring his perspective in Arizona. Arizona is gonna get huge, man, on space exploration as well. We already got companies like Vector that have facilities there, and I think he's gonna also start playing big role having Mark Kelly as the center for Arizona, being a NASA astronaut too. Um, Another cool thing about, like, I guess a little bit more into politics, we got the NASA administrator Jim Breinstein that I think he's done an amazing job as director of NASA. So hopefully, typically when like the president switches, they switch their cabinet, and positions like his typically change. But there's a huge push from the space family to really keep him around because he's done amazing stuff for NASA and partnerships with private companies that I think it'll be great to continue having him as a partner in space.
Okay, we have some information about soccer right now. We have the half of the city of LA is happy because LA Football Club is winning, but it's the ending of the halftime from the other team that is in LA. Galaxies is not getting good and is losing at the ending of the first half 1-0 against Vancouver. So we have half city in a good way, in a good move, half city in a bad move.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a big they struggle a lot, and
Yeah,
they're doing so bad that they have to fire the Argentinian coach like 1 week ago. The was is pretty much done the season for Galaxy,
I'm
and
gonna
they're
bring
not
this.
going to be available to reach the playoff. And this is kind of like a situation for Galaxy because Galaxy is one of the top teams in the league forever, right? So it's kind of like
Yeah,
a
I got the MLS standings for the Western Conference here, and this is something that LA
you never
Galaxy
see something like that. Yeah,
is
check it
being
out.
down
Yeah,
right now. Yeah, I
and
think LA Galaxy is, like brand in the MLS is definitely that's not what they want to see, and yeah, Guillermo Barros Schelotto definitely, uh, unfortunately for him, lost his seat there and then had to find another job. I think he's going to Brazil. I don't know if tactical manager is here to comment on that, but I think Escaloto and his brother are heading to Brazil. I don't know if you know, but maybe you can comment on that if you know where he's going. But yeah, this is definitely not good. Outside of playoff, I don't even know if they have a chance to make it at this point.
no,
Let
it's
me see
over. I think
point.
that they are over.
I think they're
Yeah,
done, right?
yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't seem like, no, definitely not.
yeah. I mean, we should just try to do some research, but I don't know if LXC Galaxy what this is the it is not the worst performance from his entire history. It should be very close. I think that is the
Very
worst.
good.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, False Nine. You're helping me. It's Mark Kelly. I didn't forget the name, but yeah, I think Mark Kelly for Arizona. Thank you for your help. And I think that yeah, we're a huge fan of soccer and space. So I think that having a senator, in the politic is going to bring more opportunity, and we can have some good news. I think personally that the word space is going to be more common, and it's good
Yeah.
to have that kind of representative in a higher, powerful level of politics. Wow.
Bella just hit the post,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, Bella hit the pole.
Yeah, with his right
Whoa, that
foot,
was close.
with his right foot too, with the one he uses to get on the bus. He still managed to hit the post there. I have here the a little view for the games that are coming up for LAFC, and it looks like the the CONCACAF Champions League is back. LAFC Cruz Azul on December 12th, so that's gonna be a fun one to watch after the breaks that we've had. due to the coronavirus. That's gonna be some cool games.
I love the Conquer Champion because I think that what happened with the MLS soccer league is they just overestimate and they say there is are at a lower level that you can compare with another leagues. And I think that this Conca Champion they give you this team, the top team from USA, they give you the chance to play with Mexico, and Mexico is in a I can say that it's in a Mexico have been in a good performance in the histories, in the World Cup and everything. So I think that this Conca champion is a plus for the MLIC to get improve and improve and improve.
You have
To
to get more higher quality games, right? At the even international level between
Yeah,
clubs.
100%. Of course, all the time to just compete is amazing. Whatever you're going to do, if you compete in any single tournament, it's good. But as Camilo say right now, I think that the international give you to extra all the time. And I think that the CONCACAF champion, there is team from Costa Rica, from Honduras, from El Salvador, and Mexico. And I'm going to be super respectful for the Costa Rica and Salvador. But to be honest, Mexico is a step ahead of the other league. So I think that for team from the MLS, I think that they should take an advance and they're just learn, just learn, compete with higher level, and I think that is better. Just play
Yeah,
hard games, it's just growing and growing, and I can see that MLS is growing and growing, and we can start to see American players in Bayern Munich, and 2 weeks ago, for first time, that is a huge, huge, huge event. For me, I think that all the American soccer they should just celebrate that for first time in Barcelona there is a player from America. So this
yeah,
is
yeah.
huge, So
It's starting to happen more and more, even with Pulisic at Chelsea, and he's becoming, like a very critical part in their squad. Number 10, I think and it's just gonna keep growing for the future. Actually, some big things for American soccer. Actually, good spot to plug in our team too. Again, that if you guys want to learn more about our Space United team, the efforts we're trying to do to elevate soccer in our communities in Los Angeles, Seattle, Florida, check out our website. I think we have it linked on the description. www.spaceunited.com, spaceutd.com. Yeah, check it out. We have our teams, and if you want to support us and support our teams as we move towards getting our teams on the league and with the professional clubs, make sure you check out the store. If you'd like some of the stuff that we got the space hats, the space kits over here, award winning too. Yeah, give it a check and get your merch. Support the team.
I mean, we have an amazing. Okay, well, so we're going to say right now is 40 minutes. There is only more. We have 5 more minutes to the ending of the first half, but we have time to just telling the story about the T-shirt, the how was the competition, what was about that, Camilo? Can you explain
Yeah,
us?
yeah, we got connected on Twitter. It was an event on Twitter called the Battle of the Kids for the Lower League E Cup. It's an organization that organizes tournaments for online gaming for lower league clubs, and it's a super fun event for us to stay connected playing soccer at the online level. FIFA gaming on Xbox and PlayStation. Which, by the way, there's going to be a tournament starting in January too, so we'll have more of that coming. But anyway, we got connected with them, and because lower league soccer teams were not playing soccer because of coronavirus, then we took or we had the opportunity to take and participate in their tournament for kids. So it was about I want to say it was a 3-week tournament in which they were showcasing the kids in from a lot of, I think there was over maybe 40 teams in across the United States on lower league soccer, and we kept advancing in the ranks, and finally made it to the finals after some grueling polls, right, between teams that had a lot of popularity votes and had a big following. But I want to maybe also give a shout out to NASA Spaceflight, who has always been a supporter of our teams. We connected with them over like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and some guys who are very passionate about space exploration and giving all sorts of news on space, but also passionate for soccer or football, right? And so definitely with their help, we were running some testing in Texas, and they were running a live broadcast of the event, where they mentioned the team and the voting, and then send it to Twitter. And after that, it was game over. We had 5,000 people watching the event for NASA spaceflight. Um, and there was like over maybe, I want to say, like 2,000 votes that came within 5 minutes, and it just blew out that poll. And they were not happy. I want to say that they were definitely not happy. Very similar to what happened in this election. Like they could not believe what just happened and what they witnessed.
We wanna just we don't wanna forget. We wanna just say a big hi to Minnesota. That was a good final, but sorry, Minnesota, they can try next time, But our first
We,
tournament is
we,
our first champion, so
and
I want to say
Space
hi to
Fam,
Minnesota.
Space Family, and Space Nerds, they run deep, and they come through. So yeah, that was a fun event here. And there's gonna be we're gonna be participating in some e-game in January, so stay tuned for that. We'll have more information on that as we get it. We have our website here on the screen, if you guys can follow and check out our stories. We're also doing connections with educators on school districts across the nation, talking about science, engineering, mathematics, and technology, and then sharing our story about STEM and ensuring that sort of this message gets to a larger audience, especially communities that typically don't get access to space exploration news, or even like we're starting to do some broadcasting in Spanish, so we can bring this sort of news to the Spanish community, the Spanish language community, right? Which they typically don't get this sort of catered information for them. So yeah, check the website. We have a lot of stuff there about the education program. If you're a parent and you want to connect and you want to get some of this information in your school, we're happy to connect and talk to the school educators and see how we can bring the Space United program, which we're going to be teaching some modules on space exploration and overall STEM oriented, but also with the spin on soccer and how do we merge these two worlds together. So really fun and engaging for young minds. So yeah, check out.
There is the
Think,
ending of the third half, 0-1-0 LA. So we're happy about that. And now we're going to make a small break. And again, we really, really appreciate you guys see us. And we're going to do a small break for like a 5 or 10 minutes. And we're going to be ready back for the second half in 10 minutes. See you in 10 minutes. Go Space United. This is our sign, so everybody can start to, when our players score, this is the rocket. So go Space United and go LA Football Club.
yeah,
So
yeah, for sure.
see you in 5 minutes, guys. Stay tuned in. Peace.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this over on our screen, and then we'll see you back in a little bit. My mic was muted, huh? Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Well, thank you for letting me know. All right, we're back, man. I think game is back online. Kickoff second half. LAFC Portland. LAFC up 1-0. LAFC again coming up a strong attacking. We'll see if they can keep it up for the next 45 minutes. We got the amazing Ariel joining me, the most badass center defender and defensive midfielder you could ever ask for, man. I could compare him maybe to Piqué, going up and attacking and scoring goals. Like, he's a defender that will score goals. So, amazing player right there. If you get a chance to watch us play in LA, if you live in LA, come down, see some of the games live. We're also gonna be streaming live games once the league comes back, but we're gonna be streaming our Space United games live. So hopefully we can get you more of this content for Space United. Yeah, thank you for joining me. Everybody's hi on the chat. If you have any questions, send us a message and we can talk about something. If you guys want to talk specific subjects, and we're ready to get this going. We got 1 minute in for second
And we
half.
can see the studies was like a 62% the control the ball from LA Football Club, and I think that Bradley, the head coach, wanna see this again in the second half. I think that is not a secret. Everything is pretty much it's an easy game. It's an amazing game, and if you do a lot of complication, it's going to be hard. But if you play simple, I think that is going to be the my personal opinion is like you play simple and you play control, more time you have the ball, more chance to be success. So I think that they ran this in a pretty good way the first half, and I think that they want to do the same. More possession, more ball, more shoot to the goal, better chance to win.
Yeah. We got Bella on the right side. We got Rossi on the right now, shifting over from the center position striker he has on the first half. I think, did we have any substitutions? I'm trying to look at the lineup right now to see if we had any changes. I don't think so. It showed second half starting, no substitutions so far. So same squad coming in on second half. All right, let's see. I'm gonna check back on the comments. We got something coming in. False Nine. Yeah, thank you again for joining us. False Nine Design. Again, if you want to talk to somebody that knows design, hit False Nine Design. It's one of the top minds in design and brand in the nation. So really kind of check him out and send him a note. He says the empty stadium is weird, but it's even more weird. It's even more weird is the lie they're doing with the fake crowds noise. Yeah, I think it's super sad to see this. Especially they had the LA downtown view earlier when we could see the 3252, the stadium, beautiful view. Nobody in the stadiums, and I think that really starts playing into what kind of home advantage you can actually get, right? If you don't have anybody playing in LA versus Houston, you're right. You start thinking about what is actually your home advantage, and that's when those the fake crowd sounds started coming into play. You can try to recreate the atmosphere that the 3252 brings, and gives you a little bit of that home advantage. I guess also for the players, makes
Yeah,
them
I
feel a
think
little.
there is. I mean, I think that they're missing 50% of the soccer. I'm going to be very honest with you guys as a Argentinian person. Soccer is part of our life, and 50% of why the beauty of this soccer is the passion of the community getting involved, and the fans do crazy songs and light and flag and roofing. So I think that right now, I don't want to be dramatic to see 60% is missing. So I want to just be kind of fair, and it's like with this crazy time, I think that soccer is 50%. We're losing this 50% of this because I give you a lot of credit, and the beauty of this soccer is the passion from the people in the upside of the field. So it's sad, and I agree 100% with false nine.
They just had a view of the game happening in Salt Lake City, where um, they were showing a goal scored at Salt Lake City. But I was surprised to see snow on the field.
Wow, yes,
The field is full of snow.
that's
I've never played in snow. Have you played in snow before? I think that's insane. It's too cold. I've played in cold weather, really cold weather in Texas. Where your bones are like really chilling. You have to wear gloves. It gets into the 30s. But in snow, I have never played in snow, man. That's a new one. I don't know how I could actually perform there. We definitely don't get that kind of weather in South America, right on
Oh,
the
no,
equator.
of course, 100%. There is no way. We barely see snow. We just see some snow in a hard day of winter, but in the south, very south of our country. But no, snow is not nothing very common from us.
Tactical Manor is back. He was back with the family. Hey, thank you for coming back, man. Checking us out. We're glad to have you.
Galaxy Trust this year. Maybe he can help us because he knows about soccer. And I was talking a couple of minutes ago. I think I'm not sure, but I think that this year is the worst performance ever. So maybe tactical manager can help us because he has a lot of data in his brain. It's amazing. So maybe he can just tell us
Yeah, I
about.
think that they're definitely not having their year for sure. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
weird year altogether, but teams like LA Galaxy, they should be ones that step above all the difficulties around this tough year, and they should not be where they're at. But uh, we got LAFC pressuring up. We got Rossi hit the post once more, and that's unlucky twice this game.
Yeah, should be the
On
third,
the
the
right,
last. Yeah. Yeah.
Bella on the left footer also great touch.
Oh, we have another person from Colombia. I love this guy. This guy is coming soon.
Fabian Toasia, hey, hello from Colombia.
Hi,
Family
Fabian.
right there.
Yeah, our family is over there. Fabian is one of our team, team that is going to join us as soon as this crazy time. We're going to fly Fabian here. Be ready. Fabian is an amazing coach and is going to be with us. And also, he's from Colombia. And also, he's a Boca Junior fan like me. So I have a lot of in common on Fabian. And Fabian right now is watching Boca Junior. Boca Junior is playing. And yeah, one of the things about Argentina soccer is that the fans are crazy and it's amazing. And Colombia is kind of like at the same than Argentina. We love soccer, and this is amazing. And yeah, unfortunately, uh, see the fields empty is kind of hard for me and for everybody. But great to see you, Fabian. And Fabian is going to be one of our person that is going to stay with us in the next Thursday and Friday to see Colombia and Argentina. So we're
Yeah,
going to have a very specific person that knows how to run. the ball in tactical. So we're super happy for Fabian and I'm excited. Thank you, Fabian, for joining us.
Yep. Sorry, I'm watching the game here too. Portland's pressuring up quite a bit, also trying to get that equalizer. Uh, they're pressing up pretty high, and you got players all the way down defending, trying to keep the advantage. Yeah, Fabian is part of the family for Space United. He's going to be helping us get our soccer momentum going at the academy level. And then once the professional club comes online, he's going to be helping. And he brings a really talented young man that brings a lot to the team for Space United, having experience with Santa Fe in Colombia as a coach. In the minor youth leagues, and also being professionally experienced for the last 6 years with FC Porto, and their rankings in Bogota for the youth leagues as well. Doing a lot of scouting professionally and works with the Department of Sports, and like sports development in the nation to bring young players up. So he's going to be playing a big role for Space United as we start our transition to the pro levels, and really happy to have him. So thank you for joining us too. Let's go through a couple more comments that I see coming on the chat. See, what do we got? The LFC jersey is the only one I like of the three shoulder stripes Emily has going this year. Yeah, what it is. I'm also not a huge fan of the same template, right? We can see it here with LAFC, and I mean obviously all the teams, right? Because Adidas is a big player for the MLS, and it sort of takes away a little bit from the creative aspect of creating a jersey for a club. And definitely that cookie cutter template is not for everyone. I think there's clubs that manage to save their their styling, and yeah, I would agree. LA Galaxy is probably one. And at the same time, I think LAFC also managed to stay somewhat, or maybe classic is the word, because they have the three bands in black, and so they blend in with their jersey. And I think definitely, yeah, in terms of kits, it's definitely not the best thing to have a cookie cutter approach. That's why we got to promote our jerseys here, like home designs for Space United, created by ourselves and the team. It's got a lot of like elements of space and soccer that we put into it, with the rocket plume coming down the center, the stars guiding our destination. We got TPU crest. So definitely give it a check on our website if you want to get a jersey and support us. Right now we have all sizes available on both the home and away kits.
Guys, if you like the video, just remember to just press like and follow in our media. There is all the information in www.spaceunited.com. Also, we're in Twitter with all the information about our Seattle team, LA team, and soon Florida. I don't know if False 9 is going to help us with when we're going to start in Florida. I don't know.
I owe you a jersey.
Hey, Texas!
False 9, I owe you a jersey. Oh, hello from Texas. Hello from Texas. Yeah, we got Andres Tovacia, my bro, right here.
Thank you, Andres.
Hey, Andres is also big fan of Space United. I saw his order come in. He got Space United hats, but I don't think he's got the jersey. So if you want to support with the jersey, we got the away kit now. So you got it now, bro. Like and subscribe for sure.
So we have Texas, we have Florida, we have Colombia, LA, Seattle. Pretty much not so bad for first streaming, right? I thought this is going to be Camilo, me, and that's it. It's going to be two person and that's it. But for so far, we have our friend from Tactical Management. Thank you so much. Again,
Yeah,
a lot of respect for this guy. He has a computer in his brain and he knows about numbers. And I have a lot of respect. And also be here, our first streaming. I have a lot of respect. Thank you so much.
Andres asks, when are you guys doing live shows of the trainings? So we're in the process of getting the equipment so that we can start live streaming games. That's the particular goal, to start live streaming Space United games in both Seattle and Los Angeles. I know a lot of people have asked us on Twitter about live streaming games, because we have actually fans from all over the world, people who love space and soccer inspiration. Um, and we have some friends and family from the UK, Germany, Denmark. We have friends there, and so we're gonna be live streaming the game so that everybody gets a chance to see our teams play. And eventually next year we want to get our professional club going, so there will be more of that coming. So yeah, thanks for asking.
Okay, talking about numbers, they just give you a study that LA Football Club take 12 shots, and guess, Camilo, how many shots get Portland? What do you think?
I haven't seen any Portland shot. I was trying to like play back in my memory,
Only
and they've
two.
done shot outside. No, two.
Yeah, only two.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
that I mean, I'm not huge. I mean, I like numbers. I like statistics. The possession kind of a good, give you a way to see how's the game running. I'm not a huge fans of the possession, but definitely if you have a number of 12 shooting against 2 shootings, you can tell you who is running in a good way this game,
Running the
right? So
games. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when it's a huge standing, a huge number, but when they say, okay, 8 against 7, it's kind of the same, and sometimes a shoot they didn't count, it was even close, but when there is something like a 12-2, I pay attention. So come on.
Yeah, yeah.
Portland,
I was just showing the
it's
standings
not
here.
game.
San Jose just scored a goal against Seattle Sounders. They're 2-1 down, but that game just is getting very interesting. That 2-1 score is always one of the most interesting in soccer, because it gets you right on the game. And um, by the way, it was a beautiful goal from San Jose from a very tough angle from a free kick. And I don't know how this guy got it in, but if you get a chance to see those highlights, check out the first goal from San Jose against Seattle Sounders, which right now is on second on the standings. So they're going to have a home game for their playoffs, guaranteed.
Well, that's so cool. We have 13
Andres is
people.
asking, hey, how's Florida? It's probably good weather right now for soccer, huh?
Yeah,
I
all the
played. I
time.
played this morning with Space United Seattle, and it was cold, man. It was pretty cold. No snow or no ice or anything, but it was cold. I think maybe in the 37 or 40 degrees when we started playing. Yeah, thank you. Maybe once again, take a little bit of time to say hi to everybody on the chat. We got some comments coming. Jose Plays, hello. We're streaming here from Space United headquarters in Seattle, and then we got Ariel in Los Angeles. We're gonna be talking about more Space United stuff coming for the team. We got the 2 teams in LA and Seattle going, and when the league starts, we're gonna start streaming games. But yeah, thank you for joining us as we talk about this LAFC game for the MLS. So we got LAFC attacking on the right side with Vela on his typical spot on the right, coming in so he can start cutting to the left and get that curler. We got Rossi on the left coming in, and I think still LAFC maybe dominating this game in terms of ball control and attacking.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
100%. Look at
you
that.
can't rule out Portland. You can't
Yeah,
rule them out because they got experienced players.
I think that it's time to substitution for Portland because they have to do something. I mean, it's a poor performance. I'm surprised, to be honest, because it's a tough team. And again, they're playing. It's a big game for them too. Again, they can just try to, if they want to be top 1 or 2 in their division, they have to do a better performance today. So they are not playing with the same aggressive that they're playing LA. So I think that is coming soon, a couple of substitutions. I think there is a goal. Let me see. Oh no, yeah.
Is it?
But for the other,
Oh, for the other game. Hey,
yeah,
yeah. Hi to Jose Plays. Where are you watching us from? Where are you located?
Jose plays. Hi, Jose.
Yeah. Tell us on the chat.
Well, this is something. This is something unique. Is so far, uh, so far is everything is finished like that. Portland is going to play against LA Football Club in the playoff. That's
In the playoffs
yeah,
in Portland, right?
Santa. Yeah, right now, yeah. But
Yeah,
I
because
guess
they
that
got
it's
the
going
third
to be.
spot.
Yeah, it's going to be. I think there is a couple of more games, but we're close.
Yeah,
Okay, we have uh,
we
Natalie
got
also.
some requests for getting some 100% cotton hoodies for the winter. I
Oh,
think I agree, and we need to get some Space United merch going. I think we got our jerseys up. We have some shirts coming soon, and our hats, of course. Custom Space United hat. You should get on this. Oh
that's
look,
a cool one. Here is the other
you
one. Check it out, guys.
guys see that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Look, my green screen. I think you can see it now. Nice effect.
Okay, talking about SAP, the first substitution, Loria is getting out, and Asprilla
Portland,
is coming. Yeah,
first up.
I told you that is coming. Some substitutions. 17 people in the chat. I really appreciate it, guys. I'm surprised. Thank you so much.
Yeah, say hi. Tell us where you're watching us from. Um, tell us a little bit about yourself, and if you
And
have
which is
any
your,
topics
which is
you
your
want to
team too?
send
Yeah.
us a note. Um, so on this chat, we're gonna be kind of breaking down some commentaries on the game, but also I think it's nice that we get to talk a little bit about Space United project. We're going to be partnering with some schools around the nation. Particularly right now, we have some schools in the Seattle, Renton area, and Bellevue school districts that we're connecting with to hopefully bring some modules on space exploration and sports and how we unite in those two and bring those resources to kids that otherwise wouldn't have that chance to learn about space exploration and STEM. We've connected with some schools in Washington, D.C., in Los Angeles. Really proud of this team right now for Space United who are volunteering their time to get inside some of the schools and bring a little bit of that of our experience in the workforce and in engineering and teaching a little bit about how we got inspired to pursue engineering, but also stay close to sports because sports played a huge role in our lives in leading us to have a successful career in space exploration. So we get to talk and connect with kids and students on these subjects. And next week we're gonna be connecting with high school students, also talking a little bit about careers and about sports. And as we start our teams in these areas, we're going to be striving to get soccer communities growing, and it's going to be good for everyone. We got the U.S. Mexico World Cup coming in 2026, so our hopes is to be a player in getting the soccer community growing, so the quality of plays in the American League, the USA League grow, and so we want to both partake in that aspect of sports development and education so that kids also have an opportunity to study, get inspired about education and about sports and about where in particular space exploration is going. And so with Space United, we are doing this as part of our mission to make sure that we excel on both. So if you want to know a little bit about our mission with both education and sports, check out the website. We have it right there on the screen. Send us a note if you want us. If you're a parent and you want us to connect with your school, send us a note. Connect us with the educators, and we'll be happy to share some of the modules that we're creating.
Oh, okay. We have from Andres. We have a very cool question that I think that Camilo can answer about the space. So, Camilo, this is your specialty.
So, Andres asks, is soccer change? How will soccer change in Mars? Moon, zero gravity. Yeah, I think these are like very exciting things to start like thinking about as we explore more planets and the moon. I think artificial gravity is going to be a big player when we start creating and thinking about millions of people working and living in space, where we can create like civilizations in maybe this sort of like floating ISS, if you can think of it of the ISS moving through space, but also rotating in such a way that it mimics gravity. That there's going to be opportunities to create that or mimic that sort of environment that you are used to in Earth for Earth's gravity. But as you start kind of getting people in the surface of the moon and the surface of Mars, where the gravity pull is different from Earth, it's going to be really interesting how the game evolves. I mean, I think initially you may have to kind of rethink the way it's played on grass, on an ice field. You may have to start transitioning to like playing it on a tube, maybe as some sort of maybe like tech ball sort of style, and we can talk about tech ball in a little bit. But it's going to be a big player if you can create a system like ecosystems where you're able to coexist in that environment without your full astronaut suit, so that you can have all the elements for breathing, but then gravity will be different. So maybe you have a heavier ball, or I don't know. It's going to be very interesting, especially kind of thinking about those challenges and how fun the sport will start evolving based on those different characteristics. So it's gonna be we're gonna definitely have to do a space cup, right? So we're gonna move from the World Cup stage to the space, and you're gonna have players from Earth going and playing as a visitor in Mars, and then the Mars having home advantage with a third of the gravity, maybe heavier balls. Who knows? It's gonna be fun.
Back to
Oh yeah.
Camilo, what about what is Space United means? That is going to be education and sport. We're a great believer that we can do both because most of the kids just say, okay, I'm going to play soccer and that's it. And I think that is very important, the education. But we're talking about soccer. We're going to specific in, with Camilo, we share this idea that there is a lot of Messi that they couldn't reach that level, or that Messi from in Argentina or in Colombia and every single country, there is thousands of Messi, Valderrama, Asprilla, Freddy Rincon. We have a lot of Zlatan Ibrahimovic. There is a ton of those kids that they didn't, for any kind of reason, they they were in a right position in their exactly time, and they didn't get this good luck to have been viewed for a person and just become a superstar. So we're in soccer, besides the part of the education, we're going to be focused to give you all the players a second chance. We're going to see people that for A, B, C, they didn't reach, and we are a great believer for the second chance. And we think for sure there is a lot of players that they couldn't reach their dream to become a professional. And this is why Space United is going to focus. We're going to give you a second chance so we can give you this dream become true again. So we're excited about that soccer too.
I was watching here a play by LAFC start developing like super quality touches as they build up the play. Latif Blessing, Bella, Rossi. It's almost like watching the Tiki Taka version in the MLS. Like nobody shot it though. It's like they get so close and nobody took the shot, and then they ended up with a foul. I don't know if that's Rossi who came down, but they did really good play building up. No, I think it was Atuesta. So he
Yeah,
was about
that's
to shoot, and he got
penalty,
brought
and they
down on the
didn't
box.
call. That was foul, and they didn't call.
Got brought down in the box. Yeah, yeah. He's still down. Yeah, we got the medics in. Oh man.
Yeah,
Hopefully it's nothing too crazy. Sometimes when your leg hits the other leg, uh, you don't have to twist anything, but sometimes the crash between like just bone to bone, those things get to be pretty painful. Here we're watching the replay and see what's going on. He must have getting like kneed on the right over here. It's my boy right here. Say hi.
Hi.
We are live. Yeah, we got a twist on the floor. Brian Rodriguez is getting ready to come in. If you don't know, Brian Rodriguez is the Uruguayan international who came in. Who was he? I think he replaced Horta, right? So Horta was a Portuguese player who LAFC had big hopes, but he turned out sort of like a flop. He didn't do as well as they were expecting. He went back to Portugal, and then Brian Rodriguez came in, and he's been a great addition to LAFC. He's been a little bit struggling with like the last 10 yards where he needs to put it in. Sometimes hitting the ball to the post or outside. He's a great playmaker, great attacking player, helps build a lot of the plays that actually end up in goal. But he has struggled with scoring himself. And I know that LAFC sees him as a player that they want to see more on the scoreboard. But at the same time, he's been maybe they overlook those slight mistakes because he's such a great playmaker and super important role as an attacker player, building up other players like Rossi and all the other guys, Vela. And
right
so
now it's a great his time from him is a great substitution, to be honest, because he's just giving you this last 20 minutes. So right now, unfortunately for him, he has to go through that process and he's in the bench, but he's working to just become a starter. And I think that sooner or later it's just about time that he's going to be a starter for sure every single game. But right now his job is like a finish strong in the last 20 minutes, and this is what's happened today again.
we got Brian right there on the ball,
Yeah, 17
touching the
minutes.
first ball through the center.
I mean, it's a short score, If I'm Bradley, the head coach from LA Football Club, I'm pretty sure he want a second score the second goal because 1-0 is almost nothing. I mean, it
Yeah, I
is.
wonder if Brian, Phillips. I wonder if he's part of the. Let me check real quick if he's part of the substitutes right now. We got Dejan Jakovic on the substitute, Ginela Palacios, Mark Anthony K, Brian Rodriguez, Bryce, Antonio, and Phillips. So no BWP. He's number 99, who's been a great scorer for LAFC, super experienced player. But I don't see him on the lineup. I don't know if he's injured. If anybody knows, you can comment. I don't know if he's injured, but I think in terms of power, like goal scoring power, let's see. I don't see anybody on the substitutes that could come in and maybe turn it around. I mean, I think they've had chances. Rossi hit the post twice already, but they do need to do a little bit better. Just on the last 10, just taking a shot and creating some opportunities of goal.
Okay, Seattle score 3-1. I love Team Seattle. Such a super strong team. Seattle score goal number 3. So good job for them.
I don't think I can see you now, Ariel. I can hear you, but I think your image.
Yeah, I'm going to
Oh,
try to.
jeez, good. The mirror just came out big for LAFC, and probably like one of the clearest chances that Portland is gonna get tonight. Coming down the right side, and then they did a cross right through the center for um, what's the one you were mentioning earlier, Ariel. Argentinian, I think, is the guy, but
Yeah,
holy moly,
yeah, Valeri.
Vermeer Valero, yeah,
Yeah.
Valeri.
I mean, this guy, they just show up with a number that is amazing. He has 98 goals, no, 89 goals and 98 assistants. He's leading the in both department in the MLS. It's just insane. I mean, it's incredible. This kid is just unbelievable.
Ooh. Yeah, Vermeer just came up huge, man. Saved him from that tie, and it just comes to show what you were saying, Ariel. LAFC needs a second goal,
Yeah, because
otherwise,
it's nothing. Yeah,
any
you know.
moment they can tie
Yeah,
this game.
and also you can look. I think that of course they're the last 10 minutes. Nice, good save for the goalie from LA Football Club. But as I told you, yeah, it's just 1-0. It's not nothing. A corner kick, a free kick, or something could be just a tie 1-1. And look at this. The first serious attack from Portland is 80 in team minute 78. So you shouldn't do that. You should just be more
There's a
organized and do
Vermeer just.
yeah,
Oh,
is
we got a goalie.
injured. Yeah,
About
I think
to.
that Asprilla hit unfortunately his face. That hurt. Yeah,
Oh,
that's her. Guys, also we're going to practice.
so yeah, so maybe we can talk it through, but Vermeer just came down on a ball, 50-50 ball. He came down, recovered the ball on the floor, and the Portland player, as he came through, he ran his foot like shooting the ball, but
in
hitting his
the
head,
in the
like
middle of
his
her
head
head.
was a
That's
soccer
her.
ball,
That's her a lot. That's
and
her
it
a
just
lot.
took him out. And right now he's on the floor. You got the substitute goalie warming up. Yes, that's one of the craziest moments, right? When you have a goalie who's not expecting to go in at all, um, and then you see him starting to warm up, and holy moly, that was a hard hit he took. Let's see, we got it on the goal. We got Philip Ejimadu. We got Vermeer standing up. I think they're asking him whether he got a concussion or not. They're doing the testing on his eyesight. Super hard hit, man. He got hit like he was a soccer ball. I think we lost Ariel for a moment there. We're gonna get him back as soon as he comes back. But yeah, super tough moment for LAFC's goalie. They're testing him walking on a straight line, almost like a DUI test, just to make sure and ensure that he is safe, because you definitely do not want to maintain him on the field if he suffered a concussion. Um, it looks like he's doing okay. I mean, in terms of all the testing to ensure that he doesn't have a concussion. And I think he mostly got hit on the cheek, but that was hard. That was a hard hit. They're continuing to evaluate him right now. All right, let's see who do we got on the chat. If anybody has some questions, we can talk a little bit about Space United. If you guys have questions, some of the projects we're doing, maybe you can tell us where you're watching us from. Uh, we're happy to answer any questions and talk a little bit about whatever you guys maybe have questions about. We're going to be doing another live stream um, on, I want to say it's Thursday. Is going to be for the World Cup qualifying in South American qualifying. We're going to be streaming Colombian games and Argentinian games. So stick around for those next week. We'll put up some links there. And joining us will be Ariel and Fabian, joining us all the way from Colombia. He's going to be our expert on site, Space United. Um, guest, and we'll be talking about those games. We got Seattle just scoring another goal. They're 3-1 up, 4-1 up now against San Jose Earthquake. So they're just taking over. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got false nine saying we're gonna see Gareth Bale. I know, man. U.S. versus Wales. When is that happening? You guys know? We got Ariel back on the stream.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, somebody asked about Gareth Bale and U.S. versus Wales. Do you guys know when that is happening? But that could be a fun game to watch.
I think it's going to be
international.
I think that because the USA is not playing for the for the World Cup yet. There is a friendly game that they're playing with against. I guess it should be Thursday or Friday because it's the FIFA for the qualification. So if you're not playing for a qualification, most of the team just make a friendly game. And USA, this is one of the guys that are doing that. Also, we're going to practice Spanish too. Thursday night Spanish. We're going to talk we're going to see Messi, and Friday we're going to see Colombia team that I think that I hopefully this next World Cup Colombia can jump the last step to just become a top country in soccer. So I'm pretty optimist that Colombia can do it in Qatar. So we'll see. But yeah, super happy that we're going to be a Spanish streamline with Fabian, me, Camilo, and our goalie from Space United, Edgar.
We got about 4 minutes left for the 90th minute. We're probably gonna get like 5 minutes added to this thing.
Yeah, there was a couple of injured, and they take like at least 2 minutes for the goalkeeper. So I think that 5 could be a good number for additional.
Oh, by the way, I want to also mention now that we're getting into this cold weather, if you guys want to pick up a Space United scarf, now is the time to do so, man. It's getting cold, and if you want to support our team as we continue to move forward and drive our teams at the league level in Los Angeles and Seattle, and then we in support of our development of the academy and professional teams, make sure you grab some merch. This is super badass, man. I think one of my favorite ones. On the back, we got the goal for lunch colors.
Okay, this is a typical substitution. Is going to be Ginella is going to be to reinforce middle space, and he's taking Sterling, the a forward player.
Out.
Yeah, Kate.
And, Ginella coming in, right? Ginella, I think, is a bit more defensive player.
Oh yeah, this is a typical just.
Now you got Mark Anthony K for Cifuentes.
Yeah,
I think Mark Anthony K again defensive, but also he has a little bit more of a tactical vision. So
in Argentina, we call they are closing the window, right? They just put in a bear in the middle.
Yeah.
And let's fight. We put our knife. Yeah, we put our knife over here and let's fight. So yeah, basically 2 middle guys show up and they took 2 forwards. So LA, unfortunately, they make a pretty good game, but they didn't score enough, only 1 score. So now the head coach have to do this substitution. Wow, that was close. No problem. It's a little bit desperate because it's the last 5 minutes. I don't get it. Why they just waiting until the last minute? To just
to pressure.
Just, come on, guys. It's something.
I have a question from Pulse 9 about what we think of Bale in the EPL. Have you been following the Premier League, Ariel? I have been.
I mean, Bale is just a top player, 100%. He spent a lot of time with Real Madrid. He won everything, and I think that Bale is like a superstar, and I have a lot of respect for people like that. He was he struggled. I guess that my big question, wow, super amazing save for the goalie from Portland. I think my big question is like, unfortunately, the last couple of, maybe, I guess, the last two seasons in Real Madrid, Bale didn't play a lot because Zinedine Zidane. Okay, I have a bad news. And Portland score. Come on,
Portland
guys.
just tied the game.
Do you see
And
that?
it seems to be like the story of LAFC throughout this season, man.
That's insane.
Actually, not just this season. It's happened since their inaugural season where they've played great games, and then the last 10 minutes
They didn't
they
finish.
they
Yeah, they
managed to
didn't
lose.
finish. But it
And
wasn't even 10 minutes. I mean, it was the last 5 minutes. I mean, the
yeah,
goal
yeah. I
in
mean,
Portland saved an amazing ball. And after that,
this was right after
yeah,
the Portland was saved. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I think yeah, same story for LAFC where they concede goals. If
wow.
we look at the statistics of how many goals they concede in the last 10 minutes, I'm like would be I would venture to say that he's over the 70% mark.
I
But
don't know
yeah,
if
Portland just tied that game, and we have 6 minutes of additional time.
additionally, I don't know if it is a physical issue or mental issue, but something is going on over there. I mean, they make an amazing game possession, 62% of possession, and 12 shot against 2 shot. We have been talking about this for the entire transmission. And the first really attack from Portland was in minute 79, something like that. So I think it's something with the physical, but yeah, unfortunately, that was a big mistake.
Yeah,
I can see the
and we
head
got Portland again.
the head coach is super angry because you don't want, to just finish in that way, because they're finished weak. You want to finish strong, right? And
Yeah, and
unfortunately,
somebody was commenting about the MLS Cup, and games like this is like just shows where you're gonna come strong or weak, right? And yeah, they will be starting November 20th on the MLS Cup. So yeah, real tough time for for LAFC to be conceding goals this late in games, which it happens to be a recurring event for LAFC. Watching here the last few minutes develop.
let's
Mark Anthony on the center. Villa's trying to get on that spot so he can have a clear shot of those curlers. But definitely Portland's not making it easy.
yeah, Poland put a bus basically in front of the goal. Yeah, of the goalie. Yeah, pretty much. They're the
Um,
all the players defending.
Tactical manager says that he doesn't see LAFC winning the MLS Cup, and I have to agree, man. I have to agree on this one. They have not had a consistent season. Definitely not their strongest. Losing games at home, last minute conceding of goals. So I think learning season for this team as they continue to develop in MLS. But it's gonna be a fun MLS Cup regardless. You can always surprise us, but I think we have Seattle again, very strong under position. Portland strong, and then you guys, we got teams on the um, Eastern Conference that are also very strong right now with the way they're playing. So I think it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough bracket, playoff bracket to get up there for LAFC at least.
Yeah, and I think that unfortunately for LA, what happened last season was a big surprise, because everybody was expecting that LA is going to win the tournament, right? Like 90% of the people think and agree that, okay, LA make an amazing regular season. They beat all the records. They do everything. Best player, best defense, best offense. Everybody getting involved with the community. The stadium was packed. Everything was amazing. And to lose in the playoff was kind of like a surprise. So I think that this is going to be a little bit hard to swallow, I guess, because last year they lose a big chance. They have the opportunity and they drop the ball. 100% they drop the ball. There is no way that they're going to be in a better position like last year. And so maybe, yeah, I agree with technical manager. They're not a favorite at all. What do you think, technical manager? What is your team? If you have to pick your team, pick one team that you like and pick one team that you think is going to win. The same for first nine. What do you think that is going to? What do you like? Which team do you like? What do you think who is going to win? I like personal LA Football Club. But I really think that Seattle is a very tough team. I love Seattle. I love Seattle. Okay, this is the last 10 seconds. They have the last chance. No. So it looks like it's going to be a draw. But as I told a couple of minutes ago, I think that LA dropped the ball last season. They're a huge favorite, and unfortunately they lose in the playoff. So that was like a big ice bucket.
Game over.
And yeah, so our first streaming live is a LA Football Club 1, Portland 1 against. They dropped the ball in the last 10 minutes. You can see the face of the head coach. They are super angry, super.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you so much to everybody. Thank you, Camilo, to invite me to this. This is amazing. And thank you so much to technical manager, False 9. Thank you so much again. All the Tobasia family, all the people from Colombia. I have a great time. Go Space United. This is sign the rocket.
Thank you for joining the stream. We'll be doing more of these as we go. And again, check out our website. We'll be posting more information on how we're developing soccer at our local level in Seattle, Los Angeles, and supporting education, especially right now with the difficulties for all educators with online classes. So again, if you're a parent and you want us to connect with your school, we're going to be doing modules on space exploration, STEM focus, and with a touch of soccer, so that kids and students can also get inspired by both of these forces, and they get moving. Also, it's pretty tough times in terms of trying to get out there and stay positive, right? And so I think soccer and space can bring some positive things to education. And yeah, check us out. Our website is there, and we're happy to have you. And thank you for joining us.
See you Thursday. Nos vemos el jueves.